Shalom. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah Bashem Kwakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles and honors and salutations to you, Akim that's laboring. Shalom to you few sisters that watch. I'm gonna let this video roll for a little snippet. Just courtesy of today's news. But I want to point out something in this video, and I'm gonna bring out some scriptures, of course. Lord willing, no, I don't want Ratazah is edifying, because it's always, an excuse for an Edomite once he go on a murdering rampage. All right, now just look at this video.
Still shooting.
This morning, new details about the man arrested for allegedly killing 10 people at this Colorado supermarket.
The mod, Alyssa, 21 of Arvada. He has been charged with 10 counts of murder in the first degree.
Several law enforcement officials tell NBC News the 21-year-old suspect appears to have a history of mental health problems, which may have been a significant factor in the shooting. The arrest warrant affidavit reveals he lived with family members 20 miles from the crime scene. Police say a black Mercedes C sedan registered to one of the suspect's brothers was found on the scene with a green rifle case in the front passenger compartment.
Active shooter.
Now, and you can see that little snippet video. When an Edomite commits an heinous act, when it involves murdering bystanders, there's always an excuse for his actions. There's always some type of sympathy or empathy for what he's done. And I'm gonna be straight up with you, when this is so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man, which Jake don't, Israelite men don't do that, so-called Negro, Latino, Native American man. We don't do things like that. It's always an Edomite that takes on this mass shooting rampage, and then it's always a downplay of what he, because usually it's a Edomite male. At times it'd be Edomite females, but it's always a downplay of what he's done, and it just goes to show you, man, that they are truly the wicked, and then the blessing that they was given, which is the blessing of the sword, which is the gun on up to the missile. All right, it's always done by using the sword. All right, in this particular incident, it was done using the assault rifle, I believe it was. All right, but let's get some scriptures, okay? Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. It says, "Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil." Yeah, And you Edomites, man, begin with your elites, man, the Central Bacon families on down to your average Joe six-pack Edomite, so-called Caucasian, so-called white person, so-called European, whether you call yourself a so-called Jew or not. Every sect of the house of Esau are accustomed to doing evil. All right, and it shows every single time. All right, when they try to make Jake the focus of bad, like this so-called migrant crisis they calling it. Well, you remember Donald Trump said that They letting murderers across the borders and all this old BS. But I've never seen one of the Latin tribes cross the border and go on a rampage of murdering people. But here, right here, a homegrown, if you will, Edomite, which is someone that's born and raised in the States, in the so-called America, commits these murderous acts of taking people's lives unjustly, showing you that they are the wicked. But he'll make Jake out to be the bad guy. You know, we are always the bad guys. All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73. I'm gonna go right to the point, which is in the 5th and 6th verse. All right. Psalms chapter 73, beginning at verse 5. It says, "They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men." Now, them making light of the situation. Oh yeah, he had mental illness. You know, he wasn't in his right mind. You know, all that BS, man. But you'll say that Eric Johnson, that was born and raised in some inner city across this land, you know, was once he do an act of, maybe he got into another Jake and murdered him, right? This guy is a menace to society. All right, there's no empathy or sympathy shown. This guy was a menace. He look at his record, and then even if he don't got a record, he still was a menace to society. He was a threat to innocent civilians, as you worded. All right, but your own Edomite kind, they're never in trouble like we are. They'll never go through the same scrutiny as an Israelite man. All right. Verse 6. "Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain." You devils have a bunch of pride. Okay. It says, "Violence covered them as a garment." Of course. Of course. Violence covered all you Edomites, man, like a garment, man. I mean, what? You take on violence and you're proud about it. You're happy about being violent to others, because you're the ones that, not just here in America, but around the earth, as you travel, you bring about violence to every land you touch down in. Every land there are Edomites, it's always violence when they come or approaches the land. And that is a fact. I dare someone argue that. That is a fact. All right. Let's go to, matter of fact, since I mentioned that, let's go to the book of Malachi, the 1st chapter. I'm going to go right to the point. Malachi chapter 1, verse 4. It says, "Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places." Excuse me. "Thus saith Yahweh of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom Yahweh Bashem Yahushua hath indignation," righteous anger, "forever." All right. Indignation means righteous or justifiable anger. Okay. But the point being that you're the border of wickedness, man. And you can't get around that. So you're quick to, to call us thugs, and Jake is everything in the book that's negative. Even calling Jake black in itself. You know, he referred to Southern Kingdom Israelites, all right, and also symbols, black, all right. So everything that goes with the word black, especially when dealing with a so-called black person, all right, Southern Kingdom Israelite, it's always some negative narrative to go with it. But you notice the so-called black man, all right, the so-called black men, all right, which is of the house of Judah, they don't do stuff like this, all right. But Edomites, oh man, Edomites, oh man. I mean, what can you say, all right? Edomites are experts at murder. Proverbs chapter 4. Let's start at verse 14. It says, "Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men. Avoid it, pass not by it, turn from it, and pass away." Verse 16, and here's the point. "For they sleep not, except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause something to fall." And this is the main point right here in 17. I want to highlight that, because this is how you Edomites operate, okay? Verse 17, that's the main point. "For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence." This shooting is an example of you, Edomites, drinking the wine of violence. All right. Oh, he's we've been trying to get him mental health. Well, first and foremost, how can a person like that have access to a weapon, all right, a sword, aka a gun? How can he have access to stuff like that? Showing you that even if you locked it up, they know how to get it. Ain't nothing wrong with this guy. There's nothing wrong with that guy. Okay? There's nothing wrong with the Colorado shooting guy. There's nothing wrong with him. Okay? But they'll continue to make an excuse for him. All right? So your wickedness is on display. I'm sorry. Your wickedness is on display, Esau, and you can't hide it. You can't justify it. Neither should I get for the background. I'm at work. We got a shipment truck coming in. But your wickedness is on display. It is evident that you are the wicked, and you're the son of perdition, meaning destruction, because you destroy a lot of lives. Okay? And with that, I'm going to close. All right, shalom until next time.